Yo, it's that time again. Good evening, it's GunSlingerz, and you know what? The question today is October. Then will it be Arteta's ultimatum? Let's discuss. Let's go. Yeah, good evening, guys. Listen, it's great to be back, and you know what? It's great to have a good little panel with me today, and we're going to discuss Arteta, man, and his ultimatum. I think the way we started, surely he's going only to the end of October, right, to save his Arsenal job, man. So this is Arteta's ultimatum, and today, I'm getting a bit hype here. Lex, it's good to have you. It's good to have you, man. What's happening?
Yes. Well, first of all, I want to say thank you for having me on the show. Yeah, thank you for the invitation. Glad to be on the show. I've been watching you guys for a while. You know, good debates, good conversation, all about the Arsenal. It's a bit by myself. You know, Gunnar from birth. Been brought up in the
straight from the off.
Straight from the off, man. Just been just been brought up in the good times, you know what I mean? Obviously, and it's now where we are now today, but passion for Arsenal and football in general. So, just glad to be on the show, give my little 2 cents on thoughts and opinions.
Love that. Bring that energy to the GunSlingerz.
Yeah, man. That's
love that. Love
that.
Love that. Hey, and as always, boom, Nigerian Englishman. How you doing, sir? What's happening?
Oh yeah, now. But wait. Obviously, we won 6-0 yesterday. So certain guys on the internet getting a bit excited and all that. So before they get excited, they need to cool off. Whoa. 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 Just whoa. Take it easy. Take it easy. It's a 6-0. It's against West Brom. Just whoa. You get me? Oh yeah, now let's go.
Wow. Yeah, just a little touch on yesterday's game and everything. It's good to kind of get the 6 goals. Good to kind of get some Uber scoring again. That was the main thing. He needed that. I would like to have seen him finish that little chip. What he tried to do.
The trademark one.
The confidence would have been brimming. Do you know what I'm saying? But it was good. 6 goals. You can't complain.
No.
But still, there's lots of things to work on now. But let's hope, man. It's a little bit better shape than going into Saturday. But look, listen. Wow. Arteta, man, and what I'm going to do here, right? I'm going to kind of stoke the debate by putting together a couple of things I want to show you guys, because look, this time a couple of years ago, we was dying for Emery to be sacked. A couple of years even before that, we was dying for Wenger to be sacked, and right now, we're wanting Arteta to be sacked. But you know what? Listen, man, it's like, are we being too hasty, man, with everything? Because the thing is, what I want to ask you guys is, right, if we get rid of him now, right, regardless of what we do right now, because look, we're in transition, right? We're buying a lot of young English players, a lot of young players. Why not let him finish his project that he has going, or let's get into the meat of the project, right? And let's start seeing what actually evolves from this little project that he has going. We can't do nothing about the board at the moment or anything like that. However, what we can do, man, is get our voices behind the team, support them to the hilt, and help these boys along. I mean, Nigerian Englishman, I'm going to come to you first, man.
Caddis, man, have you been sipping that yak today or something? What's going on, man? Man's talking about projects and all sorts now, bro.
Come on,
This ain't
man.
school. This ain't school, bro. No projects are going on here, bro. That's the last time Arteta did a project at school. There's nothing going on at Arsenal. But if you ask me right now, this is gonna sound strange. I'm Arteta in, bro.
What?
I am Arteta in.
I wasn't expecting that one.
I know no one was expecting that one. This is a curveball. This is why I'm Arteta in. Not because I think he's the guy.
Okay.
Because I believe anyone that's managed the club is better than Arteta right now. Do you get what I'm saying? But I'm Arteta in because for two reasons. Number one, I said as soon as the season starts, you know what? I'm just gonna get behind this man. Yeah, forget it, because my sanity is not. It's gonna mess with my sanity if I keep saying every week, "Oh, I need to go." But I'm not trying to be in no straitjacket this season. I'm just trying to have a calm, cool season. We had COVID last year and all that stuff. I'm just trying to calm, relax. I don't need no problems, no drama, no wahala in my life. Do you get me? So I'm just settled for it. But what I will say is, look, if there is a project going on, if let's say there's a project that's going on, okay, let's just say that he's spent 139 million now, and they say that's not the end. If he managed to, I don't think he will, but if he manages to get two more players before the end of the week,
139 mil, yeah,
So like, I think if you're doing a project, and how many players did he buy with that? What, 6 players, 5 players, 5 or 6 players, right? Something like that. And they're saying he's maybe gonna get 2 more. If one of those players is Bissouma, that makes his tenure very, very different for me. Do you get what I'm saying? Okay. If one of those players, if we can nick a Bissouma before they close the window, it changes the dynamic of an Arteta team, because we got 3 bullies in our squad now. So if Partey gets injured, Lokonga, Bissouma. If Partey is fit, Bissouma, Partey. But this is a big if. Do you get what I'm saying? That's a big if. If we don't add Bissouma, I don't believe that 139 million was spent correctly, personally. But I'm not Arteta. You know, they give me the money. They give him the money. So he spent the money. So he likes the players. So that means no excuses. That's what I'm saying. No excuse. You bought these man. Okay. So what I would do, because of the way the season's got started off with the COVID, signing Odegaard late, all that sort of stuff. Do you know what? I'm going to give him for me, my season starts, I told you last time. I told them on the stream last time. My season starts September the 11th at Norwich. Do you get me? I'm still on pre-season. I don't know what you lot are on. I'm on pre-season right now. Bubbling, all these results are just fun for me. The City game on Saturday, that's a pre-season fixture. I'm gonna enjoy it, get some drinks in, you get me? I've not started the season yet. Norwich is where my season starts, bro. That's me.
Wow. I just want to say 1 second. So then you're happy then to see the golfing class, right, between us and Chelsea. You're happy with that right now? Is that what you're saying?
Look, Candace, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, right?
It could be bigger.
Hold on. Let me say something, right? Because and you've seen me on these streams before. I'm not an Arteta fan, but this is what I will say.
Yeah.
Every time we've had a strong side against Chelsea, the last 4 games, we've not lost against them. That's all I will say. We've not lost against them when we had our boys in the team. We've not lost. We've won 3. We've won 3 and drawn 1. So
if mitigating circumstances, then you're just you're crossing the line.
I'm doing something I've never done. I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt, and that's what I'm doing. I'm just giving him the benefit. I need peace and harmony, bro. That's me. Yeah.
Okay. Before I come to you, Lex, what I'm gonna do is, because listen, man, the comments have been streaming in. So first off,
but look, if Partey, Abba, and Ben White started that game, it would have been a different dynamic.
Yeah,
especially if he dropped Xhaka instead of Lokonga, that would have been an interesting one too.
But my question to you, fair enough, yes, the personnel, but did he get the tactics wrong?
Definitely got the tactics wrong. All day, wrong. All day, he got it wrong.
So if we had all the personnel in there, right? Do you even think then he got his tactics right on that game?
But this is the thing. He go on.
So Tierney was told. He was obviously told, because they got Lukaku, get round him, right? And that's why James had so much space, because the fullbacks, whenever Lukaku got the ball, they were told, come in, make it narrow, so you help out, because obviously they're going to keep trying to play the ball to his feet. That tactic for me killed us,
brother. Like, let me help out, like, because I can't even believe I'm backing Arteta. This is madness, bro. What's going on? Anyway, so basically, my job, to be fair. Look, this is what I would say. Yeah, if Partey plays that game instead of Xhaka, not if Partey plays alongside Xhaka. This is if Partey plays that game alongside Lokonga,
yeah.
Look, what's his name? Lukaku's not bullying Partey like that, bro. He's not. No way is he bullying Partey. Are you mad? And what happened was Kieran kept having to come in because Xhaka wasn't covering for him. He wasn't tracking Lukaku. Look, if you watch it, Xhaka wasn't covering Lukaku enough, so Kieran came in to help out, leaving us exposed on his side. If Xhaka did his job, then he wouldn't have to. I think Tierney could have made a better judgment with how he cut in. Don't get me wrong, but he wouldn't have had to make that choice if Xhaka did his job.
They worked on. I actually honestly think it was a tactic they worked on. As soon as the ball comes into Lukaku, get around him to get the ball off him, so he doesn't have time to have it into him and play it off. And that for me is a bit of a kind of like a red flag against Arteta for me. But look, I'm going to
tactics wrong, 100%. Tactics was wrong.
It's still at the same time you got to adapt to the game, right? As the manager, because like you said, they'll probably start off the game with get around Lukaku, right? But Reece James was through in that area space before they scored the first goal. So already alarm bells should start ringing. You know, if Tierney is going to come in, tell Saka to drop.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, you can't. It's Reece James, but you can't just give him all that space.
Yeah, for real, I agree.
I tell you what, I could have pinged a couple myself, man, with all that space. Mr. Silver Fox, great to hear from you, mate. I hope you're watching. Right, guys, welcome back, Canners. We missed that few.
He's on to me, Canners. Silver's on to me, mate.
Yes, Mr. Billingsley. What's happening? Yes, Canners, good to have you back. It's good to be back. Yes, Mr. Silver Fox, welcome, Lex. Good to have you on, Lex.
Thank you.
Yes.
Big up, Lex.
Nigerian Englishman, my guy.
Big up, Lee, my brother.
Don't worry, Nigeria. All my love, bro. Listen, welcome, Lex from Billingsley again. And
they're shocked at my stance tonight. Like, this stance has shocked me, man. I'm not saying I'm an Arteta fan, but these are the reasons why I'm just saying he spent 140 mil and he's probably going to end up spending more for the end of the window. Like, give him like 5-6 games with his players, and we need to see something.
Right. Okay. Hold that right there. Right. You just made me seamlessly onto something, but hold that. So just a couple of more of these comments, and then we're gonna go on. Wow, it's gone from trusted process to rusted process from Mr. Silver Fox. Mr. Silver Fox obviously is not happy, man. He's ready for change, man. Yes, our boys from the United Agenda, big up. And oh wow, Gems, what's happening? Evening slingshots. No trolling today, please. Thank you. And I told you Nigerian Englishman, didn't I?
Gems. We'll talk after. Sorry, we'll talk after. I'm saving it for a big occasion. Gems.
Okay. So look, here's the thing, right? So what I want to kind of answer the question, right, is what you just touched on there about trusting or letting him have his games, etc., etc. But have a little look at this. I'll let you digest this quickly.
All right, cool.
I'll let you digest this, right? Tell me when you're ready to talk, and we'll talk.
Oh God,
brother, it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good, and I think you guys are misunderstanding where my stance is. I'm not a pro Arteta guy, but look, we know how our clubs run, right? There's things that we know is not going to happen. Number one, Kroenke's not selling right now. Number two, they believe in this guy, so he's gonna get a shot. So why
are we giving this guy more chance? Yeah. More games, more money spent, more players purchased. less points per match. All right, fair enough. He's done well there. He's done.
No, but look. You know what?
In 11 more games, he scored one less goal. Why are we giving this guy more of a chance? And why are we seeing all kind of tenting kind of?
Okay, should I explain?
Good questions.
Should I explain? Because this is where I know my club and where we're messed up. Right? Look, what we were supposed to do was sack him at the end of last season. That's what we were supposed to do, and give a new manager a transfer window to come into. Do you know? That's what we were supposed to do, but we haven't done that. But we've let this guy spend 139 million on players that we don't want. Well, like not necessarily we don't want, that we would probably have spent differently if we had the same money. Do you get what I'm saying? So now I'm not allowing him to like leave a new man with these players without him having a go at them. Like you brought in these man. We can't say, okay, this new guy just take over. Give him a chance. Yeah. Give him like 5 games because you've let him spend this money. You can't just sack him after 3 games now. Why let him spend that money? It makes us look even more incompetent, even though we are to even be in this stage in the first place, bro.
Yeah.
But we're here now. We can't say spend 160 million and we sack you after 3 games. That doesn't make sense. Like it doesn't make sense. But he shouldn't be there in the first place. Don't get me wrong. But it just doesn't make sense if we've let him go on, Lex.
So Lex, why should we give him more time? Why are we giving up? Should we give Arteta more time?
I think ultimately you have to, actually, to be honest, because look, both Armoury and Arteta's come into a mess, right? You know, it is a mess because if you look at top managers around the world, right, would they put their reputation on the line to come to Arsenal? Obviously, recently,
I wish Lex. I wish you never said that. I wish you did. But we'll get to that. We'll get to that. We'll get to that.
I think.
Whoa, that's deep.
I'm putting it out
there. Putting his reputation online to come to the Arsenal.
Because the reason why I say that is a mess.
Did you just realize what you just said? That's deep.
It's I'm just being honest because it is. Wow. It's a project. It's a project and a half.
But Lex, let me ask you a question, Lex. Do you not think that a more experienced man can get more out of these players than
That's what
Arteta?
I'm saying.
Yeah. No. I do agree.
So why wouldn't an experienced manager say, look, why wouldn't he have just done this and this to keep this player? I would have just done this and this. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I'm sure experienced managers are watching Arteta and his tactics or lack of and thinking, raw, like, how did he make that decision? Why wouldn't he play 3 at the back when he knows he has limited personnel? Like, do you get what I mean?
I think what it is, Arteta is obviously he's got his own game plan, and
can you see? Can you see what how he tries to play? Can you see?
I mean, obviously, the whole talks over the first, end of the day, we've played 3 games this season, and the first talk over the first 2 games is we haven't got a style, which I agree. If you look at the first couple of games, what's our style of pattern? What's our pattern of play? And I can see he's got a vision. He's got a vision, of basically the pattern of play that he wants to play. But
I must be Stevie Wonder then.
Whether or not it's the players. Do they want to play the system that they want to play?
I mean, the question is, can those players play that? But and that then is the question of who brought these players to play that system.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, but if you look at it, he's used this summer window to get rid of a lot of players that that's not going to fit in his system. Players that I don't think was good in the dressing room anymore. He's brought in young, fresh players, but these are young players. It's not youth. I know a lot of people saying, "Oh, it's youth," but these are young players. These are players above the age of 2021. So these are players for the future, but should come in and compete with the first team.
Lex, I honestly think, Lex, that if we get Bissouma and a right back before the end of the window, any new manager that comes in has a squad good enough to challenge for top 4, definitely top 6, personally.
I say top 6. Yeah, I agree. That's
why it offended me when you were saying.
Let's rattle through the top 6.
No, but that's why it offended me when he's talking about a manager wouldn't want to risk his reputation. Nah, like we're a big ticket, bro. Don't get it twisted. I don't give a. We're a big ticket, bro. Like if like at the end of the day, the man, like if you look what Klopp did with Liverpool, right? They hadn't won the league title for 30 years. He knew if he's just to win that league title once, he's a legend. Every single player on that team is a legend. You're not telling me the next team that win the Premier League for Arsenal, that's history makers. Like, let's not lie. They're gonna go down in our history and like to bringing us back to some glory years. So to be part of to be the person managing that group or having a go at managing that group, right? It's still big,
I agree.
Man.
But
a big ticket.
As I said, what I'm saying, obviously with the team, the players that he had, there was a lot of toxic going around. There was things happening in the team that obviously, if you look at it, you have to start from fresh. You know, it's a complete overhaul. Arteta has obviously put his foot down on Ozil, Guendouzi, players like that, and you know, even was it last season when obviously Aubameyang with the North London derby turned up late. You know, some other managers would have let that by and say, you know what, I'm not happy with it, but you know, I'm going to let you play, but don't do that again. But he's put his foot down. And sometimes it works, sometimes it hasn't. But you can tell the level of players that he's dealing with. I don't think Klopp was dealing with that. You know, there's a lot of things.
You know what? Can I ask you a question then? There's certain managers, right, that you wouldn't mess with. You wouldn't do that with. I would say Conte, Klopp, Pep. You wouldn't even be late. Do you think then there is that level of kind of disrespect, or that level kind of like the players think, who is this guy? Because what has he done in the game?
Yeah, I think that element of I mean, I agree as well.
Because if you've got a manager like Klopp or Conte at the helm, and you're going to be listening to them, even like a Zidane or whatever, because Zidane, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, do you know what I mean? It's like this guy, he's won everything there is in the game.
For sure.
But
I definitely think that plays a part.
Sorry, I was just going to say, if you look at Armoury, when he was at PSG, he was dealing with big, high-profile players, not low-profile players. And he's come to Arsenal and he struggled to deal with our high-profile players. So if you look at that, it's harder than what I think people actually realise it is. And you go back to the question, you know, do we give him more time? Do we trust his process, etc., etc.? I think ultimately we do have to give him more time. I think, you know, if you look at the first 3 games that we've got in the Premier League, Brentford away, Chelsea at home, Man City away, right? If you look at
any manager having those 3 fixtures,
if you look at the end of the
season, stop. The first game we shouldn't be losing.
No, the first game, I agree.
That's fair enough.
We shouldn't be losing at all. But the second 2 games, if you look at overall at the end of the season, you could potentially scratch it off. But it also brings up other things: is where's the expectations? Are we, like you mentioned before, the gulf between us and Chelsea? It seems like it's a split with the fan base that we're just like, we just, you know, we see where we are now. We're not where we are.
So we're accepting where we are then.
Yeah,
is that what you're saying, Mr. Nigerian Englishman? We accepting that. We accepting right now until we play Norwich. So then when we play Norwich, in what you were saying, that's it. No more excuses.
No more excuses. You got 5 games from Norwich for me. Like, no more excuses, because this is your team. Like, you've persisted to play this style with players that weren't suited to your style. You've signed the players that are going to be suited to your style. So you got no excuses. We need to see patterns of play. We need to see chances being created. The one thing I will say about yesterday, the thing that got me excited the most, if like the 6-0 is obviously good to see goals. And obviously the haters will say, oh, it's just West Brom. I've celebrated every Arsenal victory since the age of 7. So I'm not going to stop now because it's West Brom or whatever you guys are saying. I will celebrate everyone like it was the first one I celebrated. I don't give a damn. I'm shameless on that. But what I will say, is the ball that I love to see is that Aubameyang on the last man. They're looking for that ball more often now. Even Pepe on the last man. They're looking for it a lot more. I think from that through ball Lokonga tried for Abba in the Chelsea game where the keeper came out early. That now I don't know if they've seen it from there, but no defender is catching Abba on the last man. No defender's catching him. If he's on that last defender, it's on
the chain yesterday. To be fair,
literally. And if you look at even the first half, he could have had 6 goals if they spotted his runs.
Yeah,
he was making. And I was looking at them like, look at the run. Yeah. And I believe Odegaard sees that pass a lot more than Smith Rowe at this stage of his career. He'll get there. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
he'll get there. But Odegaard sees him on. I think Pepe and Aubameyang, they'll benefit a lot more playing with Odegaard at this stage of their career, like right now, because he looks for that pass a lot more than the Smith Rowe, who's a more drives it forward.
I actually thought Odegaard played well yesterday. I know we digressed him, but I thought he did quite well yesterday.
Yeah, very well.
So I just want to so we're talking obviously about Arteta in his next could it be his final fixtures? So we're looking at then these ones. So we're looking at the Norwich, Burnley, Tottenham, Brighton, right?
Mm-hmm.
Those 4 games. They're the 4 games we're saying that no matter what, he needs to actually pick up
serious points.
Okay, actually, sorry. Here's the question.
Now put the fixtures up again. 1 sec.
So give me his points tally here. What should he be getting? So for Norwich, for Man City, Norwich, Burnley, Tottenham, Brighton, what's his points tally there? So there's obviously a maximum of 15. What should
I'm saying? Minimum 10, 10 minimum.
Minimum 10.
Yeah, minimum 10, man.
Yeah, at least.
We agree. Okay.
Yeah.
So we obviously saying it was scratching Man City, but picking up points in every other game, and a draw then at Tottenham. Is that what we're saying? The draw at Tottenham.
Nah, we got to win that one. Sorry, bro. We got to win that one, mate.
Okay.
If we lose that one, and
so
then
which game then? We're not getting the win then.
We're not getting the win.
After Man City.
Oh, after City.
Because you're sending me 10 points.
I think we'll get maybe a draw at Burnley, mate, and a draw at Brighton.
Should be drawing at Burnley.
We lost.
Now, our record against Burnley is pretty good actually overall.
Or did we draw last year? Was it?
I think we drew at the Emirates and we beat them there actually. I think that's what happened.
Wow,
but anyway, 10 points. That's what I'm saying. Minimum 10 points. However we do, I don't know, but I wouldn't like to lose to Spurs in the mix of that. So 10 points.
10 points. 10 should be minimal, but I'm seeing 4 at most. Wow.
Whoa.
But if he comes out with them 4, if he's got his squad now. Do you get what I'm saying? After the international break, Partey will be back as well. Gabriel's already back in training. Like, he's got no excuses. Do you get me? Like, show us what you're about. I'm giving you a chance. I even backed you on a freaking stream, Arteta. I know you're going to watch this later. I backed you, bro. Don't let me down.
So, oh, wow. Look, we ain't winning at Burnley, Brighton, and draw at best against Spurs. Wowzers.
Mate.
Nah. It's got to be 10 minimum. 10 points minimum.
10, bro. 10.
Has to be.
Like, maybe if we'd picked up if we picked up 4 points from the first 2 games, like maybe I would allow maybe less than 10, maybe. But considering where we'll be at, we could be on 0 points come that Norwich game. Do you get what I'm saying? So we like minimum 10, bro. Anything less is a failure. We to be honest, we can't lose any of those next 5 games. None of the
moment, man. Arteta's
can't lose any
all kinds of unwanted records, and it needs to put a hold on that, because I tell you what, if we do lose against Man City at the weekend, then I'm pretty sure that's the first time in like 120 odd years or something like that we've. It's an unwanted record, put it that way.
Bro,
first 3 games, no point.
It took Wenger 6 years to lose as many home games as Arteta has already. How about that? 6 years, bro.
And seamlessly moving on to Wenger, right?
Mad thing.
So bearing in mind that was Wenger's last 2 seasons when he was supposed to be at his worst.
Ooh.
I'll let that one soak in. You know those ones where be careful what you wish for and all of that.
Look, for me,
It's not good.
Like, the thing that frustrates me about this is because they're clearly backing Arteta and they didn't show the same energy for Emery. Now that's the thing that frustrates me, because I don't know. Obviously, I don't like to speculate with what ifs, but I'm confidently saying if we sign Zaha, Emery's still our manager come today, bro. If we sign Zaha instead of Pepe, Emery's still our manager come today, bro.
Do you think it's because of the fan base? The fan base has got.
Of course, look, the atmosphere was toxic.
Nah, but look, like you sign a player that I don't want because you think he's got more potential. I'm forced to use him. He's not hit the crowd running, and he's supposed to be our difference maker. You're relying on the difference maker. He's not hit the ground running. Obviously, that's going to result in you getting the chop because we think that you've just bought a 72 million player and he's flopped and you ain't got no other answer. Do you get me? So if at least if they bought Zaha, we're like, we giving you the guy you talked about. Oh yeah, do your thing now. And then it's fair to say if he still had the same results, then it would have been fair. But Arteta's getting backed. Like no matter what, confidence in the press. Like this guy's saying this, that guy's saying that. He got the title of. Like he's got more control over transfers, all these things. Like he's got 139 mil to spend. He's been given 50 million to spend on Ben White. Like Emery weren't giving them luxuries.
No,
he was said you sign this guy and then I don't know, man. And even the director Sven Mislintat, we should have kept him instead. I don't know what went wrong with that. I don't know what went wrong with that because he seemed to. Like he helped us find what? Guendouzi, no? He's already found.
Maverick Panos. I know they didn't play, but there was a good few players. Obviously, around when we got Aubameyang. So obviously he actually found Aubameyang when he was at Dortmund and Shinji Kagawa. All those players, Perisic, all those players at Dortmund. So he's got an eye for a player. There's so many players that. Listen,
I just think if Arteta does go, Edu has to go as well, man.
And Vinay.
I don't think it's fair that Edu stays if Arteta does get the sack. Edu has to go too, man.
Yeah. So I'm looking ready to wrap this up now, right? So I just want to quickly kind of like just a touch on it, right? Because it has been mooted in Twitter Spaces for the last couple of days.
Don't do it to yourself, Canners. Do not do this to yourself. All right, I'll entertain it for today.
All right.
I'll entertain
it. Today's entertainment.
Make
it rain.
Water first.
Make it rain. So
yeah, you need that water.
It seems like Arsenal are twerking now. We're not twerking. Obviously, the Qatari royal family, is that royal?
Yes.
Government are. I don't know, is mumblings, rumblings, whatever you want to call it, on the takeover of Arsenal. Now, if that was to happen, because these guys don't mess about. So it looks like, first off, I don't know, it seems like the French going into the French league was pretty much like a precursor, or like a dip in the dipping the toes in the water to see how things could go, or whatever. And obviously, it's been successful to a point with PSG. Now they want to go to the big league, so to speak. Because listen, the Premier League is the and you know what? The stock has never been lower for Arsenal right now. If this guy is worth his reported 300 billion, bearing in mind Kroenke's worth what 7 billion. Putting a cool 3 billion bid there for Kroenke, you know what I mean, or whatever it is, a 2.5 billion bid.
I'm not listening to you, Canners. I've blocked it out.
Listen, I know you've zoned out. But listen, these guys would not tolerate what Arteta's doing right now. That is the long and short. So why should we?
As soon as them, if anyone comes in, the first thing they're doing is sacking Arteta. That's a definite. Like if these guys do come in, he'll just because I heard he's related to the PSG guy sometimes. So he'll say, bruv,
I think it's the same.
Look,
family.
you need to sack everybody. That's what I say, bro. What should I do? You go sack everybody, everyone, every single one of them. Sack them. That's it. Boom.
But don't you think you need that to kind of? Because looking where ultimately, you know, we've got problems with the team and everything, but the board as well. You know, I don't think Kroenke's got the ambition or the vision to get up to where they need to get it. So, is that a bad decision if they come on board? Take over.
It's a fantastic decision, bro.
It's a fantastic, fanciful, right?
It's not going to happen, but it's a fantastic decision. Like, because at the end of the day, we can compete, and if we can get someone that has an ego, like in terms of his assets, then it's a good thing. Because the reason why Abramovich pumps money into Chelsea because he's his ego. It's like, my club ain't doing well. Are you mad? Something my name's on. What? Yeah, take 100 million. Here, take 200 million. Buy this one. Because my name, you're tarnishing my name. It's me that you're going to make look like a fool. Are you mad? Yeah, spend there. Sharply.
Could you imagine?
But Kroenke's not on none of that.
A 300 million pound spend would be nothing to it. That would literally be like £3.
Literally what? He just said what? This is Abramovich. He's like, what? Messi, Ramos, all these players are there. Oh yeah, we're signing Lukaku. Yes. I don't care. We're European champions. We are signing Lukaku. Yes. Now. It's me that will embarrass in the news.
Whatever they want.
My God.
Oh, man.
What?
Hey, what's this? So Big Phil. This is Big Phil, right? Nigerian Englishman. What does Dirty December mean?
Come to Nigeria during December and you will find out, my brother. You'll have the time of your life. Let's just say that.
Dirty December.
It's not dirty. It's dirty. Dirty December.
Dirty.
Dirty.
Okay. Wicked. Listen, guys. What I want to say is a massive thank you to Lex for coming on. It's good to have you on board, and then hope to have you more in the future. Nigerian Englishman, you know the time already.
Of course, mate. Always love.
Listen, man, he's literally got those 5 games to sort himself out in October, and otherwise it's arrivederci, sayonara, whatever, adios, whatever you want to call it.
No doubt, bro.
Blood will be baying for him. I tell you what. Listen, all I want to do, thank you, Mr. Billingsley. Big up to yourself. Thank you. And look, all I want to do is say thank you to you all. Thank you to the viewers. And look, listen, it's been a pleasure. So glad to be back. And I tell you what, man, Arteta's got big job. Big job.
100.
Stay tuned, obviously, as well. Coming up at 9 o'clock, we got the preview of the Man City versus Arsenal game. And also, as well, what I want to do is just draw your attention to the FTB Sports every Sunday at 9 p.m. We've got the Premier League roundup. So, guys, make sure you tune into that. And also, as well, deadline day. Hey, you'll catch me at 9 p.m. Hopefully, trying to delve into
Basuma. Make sure you announce that one.
Breaking news. And that's on deadline day. That's on Tuesday. That's also on FTB Sports, and it's going to be a mad day on Tuesday, man. There's so many, all the hosts you see, and all the, Man United Agenda, Paxton Road, your Man Cities, everything. Obviously, us from the Armoury TV will all be on that day throughout the whole day. Listen, guys, it's been emotional as always with you lot, and let's wrap up and let's get out of here. Peace.